Thank you, Melissa. I'm Peggy Renders, and I'm super excited to be joined today by SAP Executive Board member Scott Russell. Scott, wonderful to have you here.
Thanks, Peggy. Great to be here and to kick off the mid-market track, the first time ever at Sapphire Now. Solutions, offerings, capabilities for our mid-market customers all around the planet. You're going to hear from speakers across all of their different ecosystem about how we can transform the business in the mid-market.
Wonderful. Well, let's start with the most obvious question. What's the current state of the mid-market space?
Well, you just got to look at today and the impact that this situation with the pandemic has had. We've got businesses all around the planet that have faced adversity like never before. But one of the things the mid-market are really proud of is they're agile, they're fast, they're dynamic, and you need to be able to survive, not only in today, but in the future. And so the importance of the mid-market is more apparent than ever, driving success through technology. And what we're now seeing in the mid-market is the need to digitise and to do so quickly. Because let's face it, these businesses, they haven't got the infrastructure, but that gives them flexibility and speed. And with our solutions, what we're seeing is the mid-market really trying to embrace digital solutions to allow them to attract customers, retain employees, get optimization of their processes and their supply chains to really drive economic advantage in the future.
So, Scott, we've had some pretty dramatic changes, right, over the last 18 months, and looks like some of those will stick with us. What do you think small, medium businesses really have to embrace to learn from this?
Yeah, it's interesting because we always think about what happened with the pandemic for large enterprises, and the world talked about disruption of supply chains. But actually for small businesses, the ability to compete and compete on a global scale becomes critical. You can't do that without digitising. So for a lot of these small, medium enterprises, the move to digitise their business, whether it be accessing suppliers to be able to get their goods in their hands to meet their customers' needs, retaining, attracting, rewarding employees, their most critical talent. They are critical in being able to look forward. And of course, accessing their customers, finding different ways to serve, different ways to be able to provide their capabilities, and to do so not just locally, but globally. So in some ways, small and medium enterprises have elevated and are able to compete on a global scale without the need of high-cost infrastructure that their bigger counterparts have. And that's where our technology at SAP really helps these businesses run best.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like you're alluding to something we call the interconnected business. Am I on track there? Is that what you're actually talking about all those different processes? Can you elaborate a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. So when we think about business today, we are so interconnected. The suppliers that you work with, you can't rely on just your inner circle of network, whether it be customers or your ecosystem, let alone your employees. But think of it as an interconnected business and marketplace. So sourcing a good has a knock-on effect, and being able to connect to those to business in a seamless and efficient way. With our business network, which is, I've got so millions and millions of suppliers, trillions of dollars of trade happening through that network every day. If you're a small or medium business and you want to instantly access trillions of dollars of spend, connect to other companies and to do so in a seamless, completely digital way, it just gives you such an advantage than what you had maybe previously. And that's what really an interconnected business, which actually is a prerequisite for an intelligent enterprise to run.
That sounds wonderful, Scott, the whole interconnected business, and definitely with the heightened customer expectations right now. So for mid-sized businesses, how can they benefit from this holistic approach?
Well, let's think about the needs of a mid-sized business. The ability to use data-driven insights to connect to anybody, connect to their service providers, connect to their logistics network, connect to people who need to do asset maintenance or other such things, and let alone connecting to customers. Being able to use that data insight to be able to drive their business end to end in an interconnected way to other intelligent enterprises, clearly an advantage. But the other thing I love about that interconnected network is that you can operate at scale in speed. Let's face it, mid-sized companies have the challenge. How do I compete with small and medium competitors and large organisations around the world when they don't have the infrastructure? Well, with SAP solutions and the interconnected network, they can get scale in their business, but also fast agility, which makes them so much more formidable to be able to serve their customers and beat the competition.
Awesome. Scott, anything else you would like to add on?
Well, I guess there's a few things for our mid-market customers that I'd love for everybody to remember. The first is business is never done alone. And we've talked a bit about this today, Peggy, of that interconnected network. So whether you think about the companies in your ecosystem of partners or the way that you serve your customers in different ways, that interconnected, you're not alone, you're in this together, and with SAP as your partner, we'll ensure that you get that size and scale and flexibility that you need. The second is mission critical processes just have to be digitized. There is no choice anymore. It's not like you can say, oh, I'll do that later. Right now, to compete in today's market, which has got so many unpredictable facets to it, having a digitized way of running all of your mission critical processes, I think is incredibly important. And in fact, game changer of the winners and the losers. And the last, and one that I know is very at your heart and it is mine, is sustainability matters. When this interconnected network, you've got to be a part of not a linear economy, but a circular economy. How do you as a business be able to contribute? And we've got many great examples in today's sessions about how businesses are not only driving economic strength, but they're also doing so with zero carbon footprint. So sustainability, being able to have the insights and run your business in an agile way, the beauty is for the mid-market, we've got the solutions that allow you to run sustainably and help the planet for generations ahead.
There's a lot there, Scott. Is there anything we missed?
Of course, there's always something more to add. In all seriousness, for all of our mid-market customers, enjoy Sapphire now and really embrace it. You have the opportunity to interact with SAP solutions and teams to be able to share more insights about how our technology can really help your business run better. Secondly, we've got an amazing ecosystem of partners ourselves, companies who really understand SAP technology and transforming and translating it into your business needs to helping you run best. We've also got regional and executive roundtables. We've got info sessions from different groups. So my main ask is this: engage, use the digital format to really interact and find out more about how our technology, our solutions can really help your business be able to compete in today and tomorrow's market. Because let's face it, uncertainty is our future. But with SAP technology, I have no doubt we can help you charter those troubled waters and get a speedboat all the way to the destination that you want to go.
Thank you, Scott, for joining us and sharing those amazing insights. Thank you, viewers out there, for being with us and listening to the Mid-Market Track.